Hey everybody, we're here today to show you how to take off the pull cord and kind of what to look for in there. There's four different screws there. I went ahead of time and took them off, so you don't have to watch me sitting there taking them off. The bigger one up in the left hand corner right here. This one with the washer goes in the top right corner, and then the two smaller ones right here down at the very bottom. So 4 total. Okay, that keeps this thing on there. And they're all stars. You're going to need this special little tool. If you don't have one, I'd recommend you have one on hand. Just good for overall maintenance of the saw, not necessarily to fix things, but you know, to dig into your saw and take it apart. All right, and the other end of it, just a scrunch head for removing your spark plug. The key thing here, so you don't struggle too much, is to lift this portion of the chain brake up and away, create some space, wiggle it, and it pops right out. Okay, that's the key thing. If not, you could struggle depending on how new and what model of the saw you have. So that right there. Underneath, this is where you have your actual pull cord. Okay. If you're going to have any issues, typically it's going to be in here. Alright, so you have this spring that comes around here, and that's what holds everything in there. In a later video I'm going to go step by step on how to remove that, how to replace your cord. Right now I just want to show you what's here and how it works. Keep your eye on these little black clips here. Okay, as you pull on it, they open up. You see that? And that's what grabs. That's what grabs inside your flywheel right here. And that's what creates this thing to turn. Okay. If you're out in the field and you have no resistance at all, and your pull cord is just coming straight out with no resistance, it's not turning on this, that's where your issue is going to be. It's these two little black clips. Either you're missing them, they're broken, something's going on right in here. You need to get those replaced. Pretty easy to get them replaced. Okay. Past this, when you start getting into actually removing and replacing this pull cord, is where it gets complicated. If you don't do it correctly, there's a spring in there that it just snake everywhere when you pull it off. So if you don't know kind of what you're doing from here on out, I wouldn't even go past this. Okay, that's kind of where you want to look at it. Take it into somebody that knows what they're doing to get it fixed for you. All right, so that's kind of where we sit there. We talked about your actual flywheel. Okay, that's this portion of it. Okay, it's this whole thing. That's what turns. Alright, so when you take this thing apart and you're inspecting it, you want to make sure none of these are sheared off, they're broken. And if so, you want to get those fixed. Basically, when this thing is turning with the magneto here, this gap between these two has to be precise. It has to be at the right gap, or you're not going to get your saw to start and you're going to have other issues. Okay, so past this, I don't recommend for beginners to be taking it apart and trying to troubleshoot and fix it, because you're going to run into a lot more issues later on. And one of them, the main one, is this gap. Okay, if you don't have that gap correct, you're going to have to take it into somebody else. It's going to cost you more. So this is, I won't go any further than this. Okay, for an earlier video I showed you the spark plug, how to remove it, where that cord comes down. It's right here. Okay, this is it, and it connects into this, and then you see the other two main ones here. Okay, you just want to make sure that those are not wore down, no metal showing, none of the wire inside of it. They're nice and secure, they're not coming off. While I'm in here also, I'm going to take my little handy tool and make sure it's all tight. Okay, there's 1, 2 screws. Okay, this is something that not very many people get in and get it cleaned out, but it is important, and you'll start getting a lot of gunk and sap on these things. So you want to go through and clean that out. It really depends on how much you're cutting, but you want to keep this area clean. Okay. And there you can see where the piston's at underneath that cover. That's what there's at, where that's at. So that's the basic. Okay. It comes back down to pulling it off. When you're pulling on this thing, I've talked about it before, is you don't want to be yanking at it where it creates friction up against that. See how it rubs there? It just puts friction on that rope or that cord, and then you're going to have to replace it. It's going to snap off. If you don't have a next one out in the field, you're done cutting. Okay, you're not going to be able to start that saw up. So when you're pulling on this thing, you want it to come straight up. Straight up. No friction on either side of this, okay? As straight up as you can. It just makes it last longer for you. Once again, you want to lift that up so it pops in there. If not, you're going to struggle a little bit. Saw me struggle there for a second. So lift it. It pops right in. It'll release it. It falls right back in place. That's where you start putting your screws back on. Put them back. Once again, the bigger one. The other one goes right here. It's got more distance to go. That's what's bigger. There you go. Handy little tool. Go ahead and tighten those things down. Once again, get them tight. Get them to where there's no slack in there. Can't really take any further. And then just give it a slight little twist. Maybe an eighth. I mean, very, very, very lightly. You don't want to overstrip these or strip the top of these out. If you strip them out, then you're going to run into more issues on how to try to get that fixed, okay? So, don't over tighten them at all. And then for me, just to make it faster, once I get it started, I put my finger on top. All I do is just twist all the way around. It just makes it faster, okay? Holding this directly straight up. Alright, and that's it. Just go ahead and tighten it all the way down, and you're set. That's how you inspect it. Some things to look for. Like I said, later we're going to go more in depth on how to replace your pull cord. And even more advanced, how to remove the flywheel, how to remove the magneto, the correct gaps, how to do all that. So look forward to those videos. Subscribe. Let us know what you think. Comment. Let me know if there's anything out there you want to learn. All right. Have a good day.